This way. I love King's Landing in the afternoon. The sun just barely kisses your skin.
Come on, guys, I'll be right back. Okay.
You used to love this place. Remember, we'd come listen to the musicians in the evening with Lady Marjorie? Just through here.
What are you doing?
You'll see. Queen Cersei's finest wine. Come on, sit down.
You're going to get us both in trouble.
Relax. Nobody will miss it, I assure you.
Ooh, going right to the head. Love a girl like that.
A little won't hurt.
Hell yeah, let's drink this. Let's do this. Come on, a little bit of alcohol, clothes start coming off, people start touching each other in places. You never know where this is going to go real Game of Thrones style. Just two young naked ladies down by the waterfront.
Well, I want to
take
I'm
your
not very
phones
good
off.
at this sort of thing. Listen, if I tell you this, Mira, you must promise to keep it to yourself. You can tell no one.
I swear, I won't tell a soul.
My mother was a handmaiden to Lady
Damn.
Elena for many years. She became pregnant. It was a disgrace to her family. My true name is Sarah Flowers.
You're a bastard?
Yes. I'm fortunate to be where I am. I know that. But
Who was your father and
Always
what
have to
does he
hide.
do?
What of your father? Who is he?
I don't know. My mother died not long after my birth.
Alright, Tashi, I understand, man.
Who else knows about this?
Lady Marjorie, her grandmother, and now you. It's just... I don't want to be Sarah Flowers forever. I need Lady Marjorie to arrange a marriage for me. It's my chance at a life.
Did you have someone in mind? Someone you'd wish to marry?
I'd have to convince Lady Marjorie to make an introduction.
Yes,
first.
Tashi.
I know she often confides in you, and I was hoping that maybe sometime when she comes to you wanting to talk, you might suggest she talk to me instead. Give me a chance to win her over. Coming from you, it's sure to mean a lot.
Of course, Sarah.
Thank you, Mira. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Here I am talking about myself. I know your family's troubles are much greater than mine. With what happened to your brother and your father. You need this more than I do.
Ooh, guess who's gonna join
A
us?
conspiracy of handmaidens.
Lord Tyrion.
My lord.
Somebody always
Yes.
wants to drink. We know it's Tyrion.
What have we here? If you mean to drink from that flagon,
Care to join us, Lord Tyrion?
not the finest arbor red, but a favorite of my sister's. Quite expensive for a handmaiden. I'd be curious to know how you got hold of it, since I'm certain my sister didn't give it to you. She won't even share with me. Though that's hardly surprising.
We found it.
Found it? Where?
In that bush. Lord Tyrion.
Strange it should find its way into a bush. If Cersei knew you had this wine, she'd drown you in it. You must know what risks are worth taking, especially if you wish to have an alliance with me. Things have changed. My father has recently taken an interest in
See you later,
Ironwood.
Precious. Have a good one. Have a good meeting.
Most of the Royal Navy went up in green flames. It must be rebuilt. He insisted I handle things myself. I'm on my way to meet representatives of Lord Whitehill.
Lord Whitehill?
He's hired a pair of merchant lords to broker for his house. It would seem Lord Whitehill wishes to sell the ironwood right out from beneath your family. I don't know much about the man, but judging by his up-jumped sellswords, negotiating with him won't be pleasant.
You can't trust Lord Whitehill.
I don't intend to.
What's up, Baka?
Come with me. These men think I have no choice but to deal with them. Imagine their surprise when I bring a forester to the table. It might be the first fun I've had in months. My lady.
What's up, Sean?
We've been waiting here for an hour.
Andros, be courteous.
Courtesy in a merchant. Like finding gold in your chamber pot. Apologies, my lady.
Who is this? Some girl you've brought for entertainment?
She's a lady, Lord Andros.
My name is Mira Forrester.
Mira Forrester?
Why are you here?
A fair question.
We were told we would be speaking to Lord Tyrion alone. This is no place for a Forrester.
Perhaps you should ask Lord Tyrion.
I asked you.
Andros.
She's here for the same reason you are. Ironwood.
I'm sorry, Lady Mira, but we've already spoken to Lord
You
Tyrion.
spoke, I listened. Lady Mira has since persuaded me to consider her offer first.
What's up, Kata? Really, Baka?
Now,
That's
if you'll
crazy.
Excuse us.
Yeah, I agree with Dan.
You're going to dismiss
You can't do this.
I assure you I can.
This is a mistake, my lord.
I don't think so.
Lord Whitehill will hear of this. He's not a man to take such matters lightly. Nor am I.
There's no need to make threats.
You have no idea. Lord Tyrion.
Lord Tyrion, do let me know when you've come to a decision. I'd like the opportunity to change your mind. Lady Mira.
Good day, gentlemen. Ah, well, that was fun. Now, as for your offer, what did you have in mind?
My lord?
The Crown's ironwood. I assume you have a proposition? You had a reason for coming here. I know it wasn't just to entertain me.
Help me stop the Whitehills.
Well, the quickest way to strangle your enemy is with his own purse strings. Say the Crown agrees to
Cat,
buy
I haven't played the
ironwood
Jurassic Park
solely
no,
from
or the
you.
Back to the Future.
Lord Whitehill will be left in the cold. If he wishes to sell to the Crown, he'll have to do so through your family. You will have him at your mercy. Or you'll bring your houses to open war. You do know that's a possibility, don't you?
Then that's a risk I'll have to take.
I'll consider the arrangement. Of course, you'd have to do something for me in return. Don't worry. The terms will be fair.
Whatever it is, I'll do it.
I just asked you for an open favor, and you agreed as if I were inviting you to tea. You're either very brave or very foolish. We have an understanding then.
Thank you, my lord.
This will either be very good for both of us, or very bad for you. For your sake, I hope it's the former.
My lady.
Oh boy, never know where these things are going. There we go, back to Ash. Midget porn on the horizon. Sean, I finished Dying Light. What do you want me to do, man? There's 1,000 games out right now. I can't play them all at the same time. When I finish one, I move on to the next one. I hope you didn't expect me to play Dying Light forever.
They were headed for the main gate.
I know another way.
You coming
Well,
with
you know
us?
Telltale's already making a Minecraft game.
If you're to save your house, you'll need more than the two of us at your side.
Had a week, Dan Trip. I played it
An
solid.
army.
That's why you're here, isn't it? To hire one.
Battlestar Galactica wouldn't be a bad one.
An army of sellswords.
And a man to lead them. Do you hear what I'm saying, boy?
I can lead an army.
I know you can. I've always known it. Your father was blind to that.
None of that matters without sellswords to hire, and all the companies around here are engaged.
What about Croft?
One-eyed Croft, with the second sons. They're all with the Targaryen girl now.
But Croft owes me a favor.
I'm pretty sure he hates you, actually.
No. He'll help us. I'll make sure of it.
And how are you going to do that? We didn't part on the best of terms.
I'll be charming.
Right.
Well, this mother of dragons and her sellswords are headed north, so we make for Marine.
Wait, Marine? Shit.
What?
Unfinished business there.
That's right, one and
I
only.
don't want to talk about it.
We can't afford any distractions.
It's not your problem. It'll be fine. I promise.
It's fine. I trust you, Beskar.
I shouldn't have said anything. I said I was with you, little brother. And I meant it.
Ponte Renas. Yon kai canoncho si bota con costoti da ora.
Let's go.
You're quick, I'll give you that, but you're reckless.
If I have to, I will murder my way to Ramsay Snow and cave his bloody head in.
You two can talk about it later. We need to get out of here. They won't stop looking for us.
It's a long journey to Marine on foot. I hope you're ready, Asher. It won't be easy.
Let's just get that army. I'm ready.
Either we cross the narrow sea with an army at our backs, or House Forrester will not survive to see winter.
House Forrester's actually in a pretty good spot right now. Probably he have children. Cat, the movie or the TV show The Flash? Foresters seem to be positioning themselves pretty good. Minus the fact that I'm writing false letters. Oh boy. Is this where Tyrion is laying on the bed in his best Chippendales pose? With the giraffe bikini bottom on? No, I don't think I have.
Hello?
Oh boy. Look at my chest.
Everything's still here.
Don't worry, don't close the door. Don't close the lid, that's not
The
necessary.
letters from my family. What would someone want with them? Was someone going through my books?
It's a tarp! Uh-oh.
I have information that will aid you with the imp. Meet me in the gardens at midnight.
Uh-oh. Tyrion's hiding in the closet.
There. That should last through Lady Elena's visit, at least.
There's been no news from Mira. She may not have found a way to help with Elena.
We'll be fine.
Sweet Cane,
I
yes!
pray you're right. Lord Glenmore's army could keep us from ruin. But Elena must still agree to the marriage.
Not at all, Cata.
My lord, you might remind Lady Elena that in terms of lineage, you are still very much a man.
Maester?
What I mean is, if the two of you wanted to produce an heir, it should not be a concern.
That was never in question.
Of course not. I just meant...
Enough, Maester. When we last spoke of Elena, you said you'd push to get her father's
You kept your
army,
balls in
and
the
so you
stick, my
must.
friend.
Just
Don't
remember
worry.
that she'll want to see gentleness in you too. I don't mean to burden you with unwanted advice, but this is an important day for all of us.
Thank you, Mother. This advice well taken.
I'm just so glad to see you home.
My lord, she's here.
I got this, Mom. I got this. Trust me. I'm gonna get her some ice cream, a couple shots. She'll be dancing on the table in no time.
You look... You're really...
Welcome to Ironrath, Elena. It's good to see you.
Where are my courtesies? It's good to see you too.
Please.
She's hot. We can make this work. What's up, XMT?
So, here we are.
You look as beautiful as ever, Elena.
Oh, thank you.
War, Alan.
I set out for
War.
Ironrath as soon as I heard you were alive. My father suggested I wait, but I can't believe it's
Yes,
been 2
Bach, I hate
years.
that part.
Your brother's name day feast. We danced until the sun came out.
But now your house prepares for a funeral. And you... Tell me the truth, Roderick. How are you, really? And please, be honest with me. I don't mean to pry, but... I want to know what you're going through.
I won't lie. Every day's a battle.
I can only imagine.
Thanks, Kith.
So much has changed since we were children. Playing hide and seek in the grove.
What's up, Jamal?
You're so easy to find. You always hid behind the same tree.
Maybe I wanted you to find me.
What's up? Bow chicka bow wow.
But Roderick... I need to ask you something. When I arrived at Ironrath today, your courtyard was filled with soldiers. White-Hill soldiers. They seemed angry. Violent. They said... some terrible things.
Yes,
The
one and
White
only.
Hills are your oldest enemies, Roderick. Why are they here? Has something happened?
Trust me. They won't be here long.
That wasn't an answer.
Damn it.
I'm going to be honest with you, Roderick. I have always looked forward to our marriage. But in light of all that's happened to your family... My father is questioning the wisdom of our betrothal. And I was inclined to agree with him, until I received a curious letter from Marjorie Tyrell.
What did it say?
Lady Marjorie suggests in the kindest of terms that we go through with the marriage. And as you can imagine, a suggestion from a future queen is difficult to ignore. Do you know why Lady Marjorie would send this to me? She and I have never corresponded. Yet now she writes me directly.
House Forrester still has many powerful allies.
Including the Tyrells, apparently. I don't know what favors you had to call in, but I feel manipulated, Roderick. A house like mine can't refuse a suggestion from Marjorie Tyrell. I'm being forced to marry you, Roderick. Is that truly what you want? Would you do that to me?
Of course not, Elena. You're free to choose.
Thank you. I was afraid you'd refuse to back down, but you must care about me more than that. Let us stand together, Roderick. I will tell my father our betrothal stands.
Dun 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 dun! Time to kick some
I
ass!
tried to stop him, but he...
So, the rumors are true.
You have no right to just...
And if it isn't Elena Glenmore? You're not still marrying into this wretched family.
Our houses will be joined, in fact. And we will stand proudly beside them.
Can I change your mind? You can do much better than this cripple.
Get out. Now.
How rude of you. Your mother's the one who invited me here.
That's not true. I sent a raven to Lord Whitehill about letting Brian attend the funeral. But I never expected him to barge in like this.
She practically begged me to come. Of course, I'd want the same in her position. The youngest son home to mourn his dead father and brother.
If you've hurt Ryan in any way...
Spare me the threats, Roderick. He's fine. I just want to be certain that you know your place. Lord Ramsay ordered your family to obey my soldiers until my son Griff arrives from Harrenhal. But now, I hear you're ordering them around and refusing to feed them. It makes me start to question your obedience.
Blood, enough of this.
I do not have to obey.
See? That's just the kind of arrogance I'm talking about. So, here's the idea. We're going to make a fresh start, you and I. Your brother Ethan called me Craven, but you're a different man entirely, aren't you? So, if you want Ryan at that funeral, show Lady Elena you respect your betters. Kneel and kiss my shiny ring.
Just do it, Roderick.
You don't want to end up like your brother, do you?
I'm not kissing your ring. Do what you must.
Fine. I'll just tell Ryan you didn't want to see it.
No, please.
And because of your defiance, I'm taking what should have been mine in the first place. The other half of the Ironwood Forest.
You can't do
Ramsay
that.
Snow
I
said...
know what Ramsay said. I'm saying something else. As of today, I harvest ironwood from wherever the fuck
Step on,
I
Holly.
please.
Not for long, you won't.
And you can't do a bloody thing to stop me.
Careful, Whitehill. House Glenmore backs us.
And we're backed by the Boltons. So you'll be getting flayed together. Well, I have what I came for. I'll leave you to your business. Oh, by the way, my men have a name for you. Roderick the Ruined. Isn't that clever?
All in good time, so Rafe.
You'd put your pride ahead of your family. What's poor Ryan going to think? That we've abandoned him?
We can't afford to show weakness, Mother.
It would have been a minor sacrifice.
My lord, are you well?
I'm going to kill that man.
That's right. What's up, Ooze? How you doing, bud? Keep in mind, Ramsay Snow is not Jon Snow.
You can't be fighting with the other recruits. You need those men to have your back. There's enough out here trying to kill us, without trouble amongst our own.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm Garrett.
Hit him with the cane.
Crossfinger told me about you. Seems to think you might be trouble.
You might be right.
He said worse about me. He said you fought for the North with the Foresters. You were there. But the twins.
Yes.
I still don't understand. 3,000 men, and not one could save my brother. Why didn't anyone fight back? Why didn't they rally to their king?
Nobody was expecting it. One minute we were drinking and telling jokes, and the next, the Freys cut us open.
Those cowards. Couldn't face Rob like men, so they stabbed him in the back. They couldn't even give him an honourable death. Let him die fighting.
Walder Frey and Roose Bolton will pay for their treachery.
I'd like to believe you, but men like that don't get what they deserve. Now the Freys command River Run, and the Boltons are Wardens of the North. After what they did. It's not right.
They murdered my family. I should have been there.
I keep thinking if I'd been there, I could have done something. But chances are, I'd be dead too. Whatever I once thought, my place is here. With the Night's Watch.
Longest episode elevator ride ever. I guess, you know, the wall is what it is.
There are those here who will hate you for who you are. Southerners who will call you traitor. Northerners who will call you craven. Some won't even have a reason. They'll hate you anyway. You can't do anything about it.
It is.
Trust me, I know.
I don't care if they hate me. Let them think what they like.
Ignoring them won't be as easy as you think. Most of the men are criminals, forced to take the black. You were a squire for a noble house. What happened to you today happened to me more times than I can count. I learned there's nothing more important than having brothers you trust.
Whoa. That view must be tremendous. Gerbils.
I felt the same first time I saw it. I heard you want to be a ranger. Why? Why risk your life out there?
I want to protect House Forrester.
You'll protect them by doing your duty here.
They just bench press it.
Not many recruits want to be rangers. They'd rather stay here where they think they'll be warm and safe. But Mance Raider marches on the wall with 100,000 wildlings. I've seen them for myself. The men here are murderers, thieves, rapers. You won't like most of them, and they won't like you. But they're your brothers now. Can you stand with them? Can you see past your differences?
I'll stand with them.
Glad to hear it. I'd say you'll get used to the cold, but you won't. Come on. Better get by a fire, or you'll end up like Frostfinger.
Just tripled out the whole game, easy GG.
I'm here, but where are you?
He's right now, Alan. He's the leader of the men on the wall. Why do I think this is not going to turn out well? Frickin' crows.
Where do you think you're going? At this time of night?
I was just headed back to my room.
It's a little late to be out, isn't it? Do you know what this uniform means?
It means you serve the Lannisters.
So, you best get yourself back to your chambers. And I mean, now. If you don't like it, you can take it up with the commander.
Can't I just stay a while longer? Please?
Did you not hear me?
At ease, Lucan. The lady is with me.
Yes, sir. Enjoy your night.
I hope he wasn't bothering you, my lady. I'm Damien.
She had to pee.
Thank you, Damien.
It was my pleasure. You got my note.
That was you.
I'm very glad you could make it.
Well, he's legit, Adios.
I've been wanting to talk to you for quite some time.
Why all the secrecy? If you wanted to talk to me, you could have asked.
It never seemed the right time. I am sorry about this, Mira, but you've made enemies of the wrong people. A handmaiden should know her place.
Uh-oh.
What people?
I'll make this quick if that helps. I'd hate to see you suffer.
Let her go!
Now put the knife in his hand. Put the knife in his hand. He committed suicide. Put the knife in his hand. He committed suicide. Put the knife in his hand.
You?
What happened?
Put the knife in his hand.
What was that?
What did it look like? He tried to kill me.
Why would he do that?
What are you doing here?
I heard yelling. You did what you had to do, Lady Mira.
Throw him over the side.
You had no choice.
I need to get back. Someone might see me.
I'll take care of him. I know a few places in Fleetwood. No one will ever find him.
Good luck. And be careful.
Thanks.
Everything all right, sir? Damien, where are you?
Really? Like, by toss the knife, I thought, like, really, really far away. Oh, man, you kidding me? The game crashed. That's right, committed suicide with yes, stabbed in the back. This better have a save somewhere close by to there. Yeah, exactly, right? Toss a knife, just boop, drop it on the ground. That's not tossing the knife. Unbelievable. See where we're at. God only knows. See, now what you do is you just stab him in the shoulder from the front side.
You?
What happened? What was that?
Ooze.
He said I'd angered the wrong people.
So, someone sent him?
What are you doing here?
I heard yelling.
Ooze.
You did what you had to do, Lady Mira.
You had no choice.
I need to get back. Someone might see me.
I'll take care of it.
See, like, they're on the edge
know a
right
few
there. Like,
places
throw
that
it over right there where it'll, like,
no one will
go
ever
down into the
find it.
ocean.
Good luck, and be careful.
Thanks.
And now, based on the way she
Everything
throws this
all right,
frickin'
sir?
knife away, I want to keep the damn thing.
Damien, where are you?
What's up, Peter? Yeah, right, Breakaway? It's like you keep it and then somebody comes into your room and maybe finds it, but you toss it away and it's like multiple people could find the damn thing.
What's Gwyn Whitehill doing here?
No idea.
Hello, Roderick. Sir Roland. It's been a while since we've met.
Yes. Last
What's
time
up,
I saw
Bert guy?
you and my brother had almost started a war. Your father wanted to murder Asher for your little love affair, remember?
That was a long time ago. May we speak privately?
My lady?
Roderick, I came here because I know how hard these past few days must have been for you and your family. I know my words probably mean nothing to you, but they're all I have.
Thank you, Gwyn.
I'm so sorry, Roderick. Your brother didn't deserve this.
Neither of them did.
No, Ooze, I'm towards the end of this episode.
I know my father is intent on using Ryan as a hostage, but I think you deserve some news of him. I know it's little consolation, but if I can offer you this, it's something at least.
So you disagree with your father, then?
I will admit his methods are often misguided, but he's not mistreating your brother. I'm looking after him, but...
What?
The other day he said something that made me worry. He asked me if his father died because he was a coward. He asked if he was really a thief and a traitor like my father says. I don't wish to upset you, but I thought you should know.
Please help him, Gwyn. Don't let him believe what your father tells him.
I've been doing my best to set him right, but he is only a child. He feels forgotten, alone. He's waiting for his family, but every day my father tells him they will never come. That they've chosen their pride over him. And with each passing day, those words start to sound like truth.
We all think of him every day, trying to find a way to bring him back to us. Will you tell him that?
Of course. But if you truly want to bring Ryan home, this war has to end. You know that. We don't have to be enemies, Roderick.
Hello, Gwyn.
It's good to see you, Talia. I hope I can count on your discretion.
Roderick, you should speak to Mother.
Mother, come join the others.
He should be here. He should be with his family. But instead they send her.
Gwyn came here on her own. She wanted us to know Ryan is okay.
It's happening all over again. I can see it. My father's house was once mighty like this one, but his loyalty to the Targaryens cost us dearly. I watched as countless of our kin fell, saw our lands destroyed, everything we clung to was ripped from our hands. I can't watch that same fate before this family. Our house. My children.
I won't let that happen to us.
You must be ready to defend us, Roderick. Your body may be damaged, but your spirit must be like iron. You let nothing stand in your way, do you understand? If you have to murder every last Whitehill down to the babes in their beds, no matter what, you must do it. Promise me. You must protect them.
I will kill anyone who stands in my way. I will do whatever it takes.
Remember that. You must be ready. Promise me.
We will be ready, Mother. Mira, Asher, even Garrett. They all stand with us. We are strong.
Yes. I suppose we have to be.
Would you say a few words, my lord?
My father. He was everything. Everything I ever wanted to be. He showed me what it is to be a lord. He was so brave. I never knew a man.
Because it's the way that their wood burns, Alan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love you, Father.
Because Tesla.
Ethan.
My
little brother. He stood up to Ramsay Snow. He saved our sister's life and paid with his own. He was only a boy.
We honor Lord Gregor Forrester, my husband, my love, and our Lord Ethan, my sweet little boy. But now is time to say goodbye. Father and son are returned to the earth.
Was that a
to
grenade?
the ice. And from their sacrifice, new life begins.
Iron from ice.
Iron from
ice.
ice.
I know, for Ironwood, I know, Wolf. Pyro, you should be able to if you're downloading it through Steam. If it's Xbox or whatever, no, not yet. Just PC.
From ice we foresters born, to ice we all return.
Pyro, you don't download it, just load the game up.
It's
It's not an additional download, just load the game, it'll have episode 2 in it. It's not an additional download. It may say update,
I'd
or it may do an update.
my neck to wail in pain and swim the ship.
But just start the game and it should have and then hit play and it should have an episode 2 available.
Paint slavers blade.
Hate it out.
To bring
I can't wait to see how that storyline goes right there.
Snow
You're all set, Pyro. Good job.
from my mother's grasp to claim me as his prize. Ethan freed me from Ramsay's clasp. The rival.
What's up, Buzz?
Fight on, Ethan the brave. Old gods bear steel with
Yes, Baka.
our Lord might win a hero's grave, so iron grows anew. Still iron grows anew.
What's up, Morton? Talented beatboxer.
going on?
Roderick, you have to do something. Lord Whitehill's son has arrived.
Griff Whitehill means to torment us. Nothing worse than a fourthborn with something to prove.
It was bad enough when it was just the soldiers.
We can't live with them under our roof.
Form up and follow my lead. You'll be taking your vows. You too, Tuttle. Time to start proving you're a brother.
Oh, the things we do for family. I wonder sometimes if it's worth it. All the sacrifices. Enjoy the wedding.
How much further to Marine?
A few days.
If the Lost Legion doesn't catch up to us first.
I overheard a couple of men whispering about the Lannister Guard. They're questioning people. Is there anything else we need to be worried about?
What was that?
Dragons! You and 21% of players forged Marjorie's letter. You and 65.2% of players refused to kiss Lord Whitehill's ring. You and 40.9% of players won Roderick's betrothal to Eleanor, or Elena Glenmore. I'm just going to call her Eleanor from here on out. You and 95.7% of players stood up for Cotter after he stole Finn's knife. You and 51.8% of players killed Mira's attacker. Interesting. What's up, Frankie? Should have dropped it, breakaway. Think I'll have another shot.
Is born to ice we all return. Father, brother, I've sworn to guard this rest you've earned. May kings and queens melt down their crowns up high on Aegon's hill. In floods of gold I pray they drown, for all the blood they spill.
No, Baka, to forge a letter is to like counterfeit.
Winters past, call starving giants forth, urge cannibals to break their fast on wardens of the north.
Kaboom was Zach Willis.
Eastern mages empty the veins of beasts across the sea. Paint slavers bay in crimson rains to bring Ethan back to me.
It is Ooze, yes. So I've now played through episode 1 and 2.
From my mother's grasp to claim me as his pride.
But you can wait till they all come out and play them all at once.
Ethan freed me from Ramsay's clasp. The rival lords locked up.
Right, breakaway? It's gonna be good stuff.
The rival lords locked eyes. Fight on, Ethan the brave. Old gods bear steel with you.
Flaming zombies.
Our Lord, my twin.
You guys reading these credits? There's little Easter eggs in there.
Grave, so iron grows anew.
Zebra the spotted cat.
Still iron
Pickles and cheese.
grows anew.
Freddie Mercury and Cat Stevens. So there we go. So what do we got in the Codex? Gregor Forrester, Lord of Ironrath. Lord Forrester was the Lord of Ironrath and the bannerman of House Stark. As a youth, he famously arm-wrestled Galbert Glover for the privilege of becoming the man's squire. Glover later joked that he'd gladly lose the match all over again. Gregor married Alessa Branfield, a daughter of Sothron Targaryen loyalists, before Robert Baratheon seized the Iron Throne. Gregor ascended to the lordship after his father died at the Trident, and led House Forrester for 16 years, until he was slain at the Twins. That's all you guys get today. Alright, so here's the deal. Here's what's gonna happen. You saw Fabio in the credits as one of the voice actors. We'll have to check. We'll have to dig deep on that one there, Breakaway. So what did you guys think? 10 out of 10 for the episode? It definitely didn't have as many whoa, holy crap factors as the first episode had, but it still had some pretty good stuff. And it's definitely setting up episode 3. For sure setting up episode 3.